Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a different kind of video. Today I'm going to be watercolor dyeing my hair, and I have some 613 bundles and I have a closure. I will tell you guys where I got the hair from in the description below. Before we get started, y'all know what to do. Comment, like, and subscribe. Click the bell below. Give this video a thumbs up and tell me what you think. This is my first time watercolor dyeing, and this is also my first time purchasing blonde hair. I usually purchase natural hair and I dye it myself, but because of the color I wanted to get the hair already blonde just to save myself some of the work. But yeah, like I said, comment, like, and subscribe. You already know what it is. You already know what to do. But let's get into this video. So first, what you want to do is you are going to use something to secure your lace. So what I'm going to be using today, I'm going to be using some Gots to be glued in the yellow squeeze bottle, and I'm going to put that all over the top of my closure. You do want to make sure that it's all over the closure so you don't get any of your lace color, and you want to make sure it's really hard before you start to finish. So the next step, what you're going to do is make sure you have some really hot water. This process works really well when you use some really hot water. Please be careful while using this hot water. I let my water boil for about 10 minutes before I used it. Use some protected containers and you'll be fine. Today we are going to be using two different colors, Raspberry Twist and Cotton Candy Fruit Punch or something like that by Adore. So I started off with the Raspberry Twist. We're just going to put that in our hot water and stir that up really well. If you want a really pale color, only use a little bit of dye. If you want your color really bright and vibrant, please use a couple more drops of dye, as I did here. So we're going to start with our 24-inch in the 613 bundle. This is Body Wave, and we are just going to dip in and dip out of the water. Just keep putting it in there, let it sit until you get the color of the hair you want. I'm really loving this outcome. It's very bright, pretty much exactly what I wanted. So I'm just going to keep going through. You want to separate the hair, finger comb it or comb it, brush it, whatever you're doing while it's in the water. You want to do all of that so the color gets all over the hair. You don't want to miss any strands. I don't want blonde streaks. I want my hair all pink. So with that being said, I am running my fingers through the hair. I am repeating the process over and over, dipping it in, taking it out, dipping it in, taking it out. You might want to take the rubber band off of your hair before you do it. Like I said, this is my first time doing it. So with this bundle, I did not unravel the hair right away. I just started to dip in, dip out. But as you'll see in the other sections of the videos, I will be unraveling the hair. So as you can see right now, what I'm just doing, I'm just like pushing the hair in the water, letting it soak. And you can also see my water getting a little bit lighter. So the hair probably the color isn't taking that much. So right now I'm going to add a little bit more dye into my water just so my hair can continue to take. So that is what we're doing. Just going to mix the dye really, really well. You don't want to leave chunks of dye in the hair because if they get in the hair, it will be noticeable. So this bundle is almost finished. It's not complete, but I'm just going to let it sit in the hair, let it sit in the water for a little bit. I have unraveled the hair, so right now we are getting every piece of hair colored. I unraveled everything, and I'm just gonna unravel it, detangle it a little bit, and put it back in the water. Yes, girl, rub your fingers through the hair, girl. But right now this is like a repetitive process, so I'm just going to speed the video up a little bit, and we are just going to add more dye because you can see our water is getting pale again. That means we're taking the dye. This 613 hair takes really well. I do recommend, if you're going to color your hair, use 613. I don't mind bleaching natural hair, but it's just a longer process, and this right here was so much easier. So I'm just stuffing that hair right now in the water, letting it soak. Right now you can see that this bundle is almost completely pink. So just like I said, keep rubbing your hands through it. Do the same thing over and over and over and over until you have the desired color that you want. And I kind of had that color that I wanted. I just wanted to make sure everything was taken, so I just kept going in and in and in with my color. So right now, this is what the full bundle looks like, and it's very bright and very pink, and it's exactly what I wanted. So as you can see, there is some little highlights in there, but they are very pale, so you can't really tell. We are going in with a little more of this raspberry twist because we are going to dye the second bundle. Alright, so as we get prepared to dye the second bundle, we are going in with the 22-inch 613 bundle body wave as well. I immediately just start dipping it in because I am familiar with the process now after doing the first bundle, so I kind of know what I'm doing now. So I'm just going in, I'm dipping it, I'm pushing it in there, I'm making sure all the color gets in there. I'm doing everything that I did to the very first bundle. So yes. And that's pretty much like all you're gonna do, like over and again. And like I said, this was the 22-inch. I had 3 bundles in a closure. I was using a 24-inch, a 22-inch, and a 20 with a 18-inch closure. So I dyed 3 bundles in a closure all together. I do recommend this Adore dye. This dye is really, really well. This is like my 3rd time using this dye before, and I really love this color. So I'm just going to speed up this process. We are unraveling this second bundle, and we are making sure that all of this color gets in there. As you can see, I'm adding just a little bit more color just so we can get the pigment that we need. Our water is becoming a little pale. Also, pay attention to your water while you're doing it because you will notice the color leaving the water. Your hair absorbs the color, so you will notice it. If you don't put enough dye, your hair will not be the color you want it to be. All right, ladies? All right. Now we are on to the closure. I did not color the 20-inch on camera because it was just too repetitive and I just didn't want to keep talking about it. So I am going in with the Fruit Punch Pink, and we are going to put that in the bowl, and we're going to stir that really well. This is a lighter pink. I am doing like a peekaboo pink hairstyle color, so I'm using a lighter pink for my closure. Well, just the top of my closure. So you do want to section it off before you do it, and I just sectioned mine off in like a little square because I wanted the front piece to be the lighter part, lighter than the rest of the hair. So I sectioned that off really well. So you don't want the rest of the hair to get this color because the rest of the hair in the closure is going to be raspberry twist pink. So as you can see, this Fruit Punch Pink is very, very pale. I want it to be a little bit darker. I don't want it to be that light. I wanted it to still match, so I'm just going to go in with a little bit more Fruit Punch here soon. I guess I didn't realize that it really wasn't taken before, so I kept trying. I'm like, maybe if I sit it in the water, maybe if I sit it, it'll work, but no, it did not work. So in a minute, you're going to see me put just a little bit more dye in there because this is too light. This is too light for me. I think I added more dye already because the hair is darker. So yes, I added more dye into my bowl, and we have a more darker pink now. Y'all see that water? That water is hot. It is steaming. Right now with my closure, what I am doing, I am just going through the scalp and just making sure that I'm getting every piece of hair the color that I want it to be. Because like I said, this is a two-tone type of hair. So this top piece right here is going to be a different color, and I want it all to be one color and then the rest to be another. And I'm being very careful, making sure I don't get the rest of the hair colored with this Fruit Punch Pink because I don't want it that color. Even though this is a light color, so if I wanted to go over it with the raspberry twist, you wouldn't tell. But I don't want to do that. So I'm letting this hair sit here for a little bit just so it can take because the scalp was still kind of blonde. So I did go in a couple more times with this Fruit Punch Pink just so I can make sure everything was the same color. And you're going to do the same thing with the rest of the hair. You're going to comb your fingers through it or comb it out or do whatever you need to do to make sure that all the hair is getting colored. So once again, I'm just opening up the hair, looking at the scalp, and just checking to make sure that all of our hair is being colored. And I still was missing a few spots, so I'm just going back in a little bit more. Yeah, so if you see, the hair is definitely a difference, because at first it was very, very light pink. Now it's a lot darker, but it's not as dark as the bundles are. It's still not dark as I want it, so I'm adding just a little bit more dye. And yeah, so you're gonna stir that up really well. Stir, stir, stir. Dip, 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 dip. Bring your fingers through it, dip. And you're just gonna get all of the hair. Get it all, ladies. You don't want your hair halfway done. The closure was the smallest bundle, but I honestly feel like it took the longest to color, just because I did 2 different colors and I wanted to make sure it was right. So I kept checking and kept redoing it, just because I felt like the color was really light, so it wasn't really. It took me a couple takes to get it the right way I wanted it to be. As you can see, I've added dye like 3 or 4 times since we have recorded. Now that's okay, because at the end of the day, I got the color that I needed and wanted. So now that I am done coloring my front section of my closure, I am going to go in with more raspberry twists, and we are going to color the rest of the bundle. This was a fresh batch of hot water. Y'all probably thinking like, girl, how that water stay hot that whole time? I did not record that part, pouring extra more hot water in there. But this is a fresh batch of hot water, because you want the water hot. So there we have that raspberry pink color again, a raspberry twist pink. And we're just going to go in with our closure. Make sure you secure the other part, the light part, because you do not want your light part to get dark. We want it light. So you are just going to secure that top section and start going in with the rest of the hair. As you can see, I have the top closure part where my light section is. I have that like balled up in my hand, because I really do not want to get it dark. It will mess it up. And if you can see, I'm dumping the whole lace into the dye, because I protected my lace with the Gots to Be glue. I have no worries about my lace being colored pink. You do not want your lace to be colored, because then your scalp is colored, and who wants a colored scalp? No, sis, you don't. So once you protect that lace, it doesn't matter what you get on it. So we are just going to check our lace thoroughly, rub our hands through it, make sure it is all completely colored. At this point, it looks like it is completely colored. I just saw a couple more spots that I wanted to be a little more darker, so I just dunk it in there one last time. This pretty much ends the coloring process. We are completely done. Like I said, I colored that last bundle off camera. If you want to see what those bundles like, stick around and see. So as you can see this is the closure. And you can see the light strip in the middle. I snapped. I did that. And then here's a picture.
I'ma treat you so much better.
But anywho, thanks for watching this video. You already know what to do. Comment, like, and subscribe. And you can share this video, give this video a thumbs up, and tell me what you think. By the way, this was a 24, 22, 20, and an 18-inch closure. This hair was bought from Zodiac Extensions. And it's some really good, fine hair. And I can't wait to show you guys more pictures. Thanks for watching.